Hello everyone, this is Thunder Turtle in the flesh. Yep, this is me. Alright everyone, well, I'm gonna say 5 words that are gonna put a lot into your head. Tiger versus lion. Who wins? As you all know, there is a ridiculous argument, debate, online everywhere on who would win lion versus tiger. You know, fanboys, comments, videos, all that kind of stuff, but we don't need to go into detail about that, we all know. And I think we should all realize that the whole debate is pointless, because the answer to this question is 2 words. It depends. Alright, so, it depends. What does it depend on? Well, for starters, it depends on species. Like subspecies or race, as you may call it, of the tiger and lion. Basically, something I ought to mention here, if you're thinking Siberian tigers, 660 pounds, in like the 1960s, I don't know, that was indeed true. But for a number of reasons, check the description if you want to know a little bit more. The Siberian tiger's average weight today is around 420 pounds. So something to consider when we think about species. But we all know we have Barbary lions, Asiatic lions, and most critically, African lions. And we have Siberian and Bengal tigers, potentially Siberian, Bengal in particular. Because as of now, the Bengal tiger is largest, most powerful tiger species. And, sorry, I don't have to script anything. But, anyway, so yeah, we all know if we mix up the species in like this scenario, we're going to have cases where a tiger's going to win, and we're going to have cases where a lion's going to win. And like, obviously, if we're going to use even an Asiatic lion against an Malayan, Indo-Chinese, South China, Sumatran tiger, lion's going to win. All those tiger subspecies are very small. Like, they rarely even, if ever, surpass the 350-pound range, which is smaller than even the Asiatic lion, obviously. And but as I said, if we take like an old world 660 pound Siberian tiger, it's obviously gonna whip it's gonna beat a 350 to 420 pound Asiatic lion. Tiger's gonna be way too big in that case. That's something that I think we should all know. And if we take a Bengal tiger and an Asiatic lion, obviously, or a Bengal tiger versus an African lion, obviously there's going to be no right or wrong opinion on that. I'll get to that in a bit. And and obviously, if we take a 600-pound Barbary lion and a 490-pound Bengal tiger, lion's going to dominate, for sure. But what we want to keep in mind is the scenario of Bengal tiger and African lion. And obviously, that heavily depends. That depends on a number of factors. Gender, well-being of individuals, size of individuals, strength of individuals, agility of individuals, experience of individuals, anything. Because they're generally very equally matched. We all know that something we're all going to want to know here. The tiger is on average larger, has a bit more muscle mass, generally a bit more agile, whereas the lion has a lot more fighting experience. You know, it's just got the guts, and it has equally strong front limbs, maybe even a bit stronger. And it has a mane around its neck that makes the throat bite from a tiger impossible, if not next to impossible. Another factor to consider is the protection of the lion's mane. It can really be useful in that fight. And another thing that we should all know is, obviously, a 300-pound female African lion is no match for a 500-pound male Bengal tiger. That's just, and we all know that a 310-pound Bengal tigress is no match for a 500-pound male African lion. Definitely not. It's just not going to work. We're looking at what we want to know is male tiger versus male lion. Obviously, if the genders are different between the individuals, we're gonna have a definite winner. But ultimately, what we want to get onto the subject is who wins between like an average Bengal tiger and an average African lion. As I said, this depends on individuals, and I already listed that. But the thing is, there's pretty much no right or wrong opinion. Or really no wrong opinion, I should say. If you think that a tiger's size, muscle, agility, and faster paw strikes are going to win the day, everyone needs to respect that. That's a beyond reasonable opinion. If you think a lion's experience, forelimb strength, protective mane, and just just the urge to fight are going to win the day, that's also a respectable opinion. In other words, you can't attack someone who has a different opinion than you. Hint, hint, Paul Cooper. And so, yeah, you gotta respect other people's opinion in this debate, or on this subject, because, a lion and a tiger are pretty much very equally matched. If you're gonna pick a winner and you can give valid reasons, other people are gonna have to respect that. Obviously. There's really no wrong opinion. If you think a tiger would win, sure, that's fine. You could be right. Think a lion would win, that's fine, you could be right. If you think it's 50-50, you could definitely be right there, because there are obviously scenarios. Although the Bengal tiger is on average larger than the African lions can indeed get bigger. And obviously, if the African lion is bigger, it's gonna win that case, sure. But if we have average weights, generally we have a very even matchup. In other words, this depends on what the individual lion we're talking about and the individual tiger we're talking about on the subject of Bengal tiger versus African lion. That should kind of be clear, Basically, my general point being is that it's common sense that tiger versus lion depends. Obviously, if we're going to have a maximum weight African lion at like 550 pounds, and like a smaller weight Bengal tiger at around maybe 420 pounds, obviously lion's going to whip that tiger. And obviously, if we have a maximum weight Bengal tiger at maybe 600, possibly even 700 pounds, and we have a smaller lion also at around 400 pounds, obviously the tiger's going to get some stuff done in there. And basically, overall point being that if you took just a random Bengal tiger and a random African lion and just immediately picked a winner, that would be unwise. You're going to want to know the gender, well-being, size, strength of individuals before you can determine a winner. And obviously, a sick tiger is going to get whipped by a healthy lion, and obviously a sick lion's going to get beaten by a healthy tiger. We all know that, and obviously, as I said, if genders are different, then one of them is going to whip the other. That's common knowledge at this point. But on average, take a 490-pound male Bengal tiger or 420-pound male African lion, like both healthy individuals, both at average strength, at average stats. There's really no wrong opinion to this matter. If you think it's 50-50, that's a very reasonable opinion. That's pretty much my opinion as well. If you think a tiger's size and strength and just weight are going to win the day, yeah, yeah, you could be right there, and people are going to have to respect that. If you think a lion's experience and just balls are going to win the day, people are going to have to respect that too. Point being, we shouldn't really have this huge debate because there's very few opinions on lion versus tiger that, are just stupid or like wrong. I mean, like, well, that's, I'm not saying that you can't just pull an opinion out of your ass and just call it, like, if you think, like, obviously, if you say, a tiger's gonna easily kill a lion, that's just wrong. A tiger can kill a lion, but far, far from easily. But, well, if you were to say a lion can easily kill a tiger, that's kind of respectable too, because, like, that's what circus trainer Clyde Beatty and Marco Peters said. Like, if you want to think, like, if you think a lion would win due to their records, then that's very reasonable. You gotta, we gotta respect that. In other words, just, but the one thing we shouldn't do is love one and hate the other. Like, tiger fans, you gotta stop hating on lions. You can love tigers all you want. That's fine. But you gotta stop treating lions like dirt. All this, you just can't, like, obviously lions are weak. They need pride to do anything. That's not true. You gotta respect the beauty and just majesty and the power of each of these animals on their own. And, like, lion fanboys, same goes to you. You gotta, like, stop with the lion rules all, tiger is striped pig. It's bullshit, my guys. You gotta cut it out. You just gotta stop. In other words, we need to just respect both animals. We should love all animals. All animals are great, including lions and tigers. They're both beautiful in their own way. Damn it. Just look at the incredible golden coat and, like, the amazing, majestic mane of a Barbary African lion. And just look at the orange fur and the dark stripe pattern of a tiger. And just look at the claws, canines of each individual. Both can really kick some ass here. We all know that. Like, we've got reports of tigers killing gaurs solo, and we've got reports of lions just going in there and just taking down buffaloes solo. We all should know that by now. And in other words, we should all respect lions for the fearless, just ballsy warriors that they are, and we should respect tigers for the stealthy, assassin-like hunters that they are. Yeah, there's no animal, we shouldn't, we shouldn't allow our love of one animal to cause us to hate another animal. The same can be said for me. From a while back, I was a tiger fanboy a few years ago. But, like, but the thing is, if you want to insult one of the animals just to piss off fanboys, I would, sometimes you just gotta, basically. And, and just a few things here that should just be common knowledge. Lion would win in a standoff. In other words, I think a fight to the death, what I said before applies to a fight to the death. We all know that in a standoff, the lion would chase off the tiger 1,000% surely. We should all know that the tiger is often a skittish animal. They avoid conflict because they just can't risk injury being solitary hunters. And, like, Once it seems like this is going to be a big fight, the tiger will often run away. But lions fight all the time, and they've got the guts. Like they're way braver than tigers. They're just a fearless fighter, and obviously the lion's just not going to give in a fight with a tiger. But the tiger will most likely just get intimidated by the lion's ferocity and aggression in battle. A lion charges into battle far more often and easily than a tiger does. So obviously in a standoff or in a fight that's not to the death, lion's going to put that tiger in its place, and tiger's going to be running for the hills. We should all know that. It's just common knowledge. A lion is braver than a tiger and would chase it away for sure. Another thing that is common knowledge. Come on. Battery warning, I'm sorry. Lions and tigers are both the just dominant members of the cat family. In other words, like if a lion's in first place among cats, then a tiger's in second. And if a tiger's in first place among cats, then a lion's in second. Like other big cats we have, like the jaguar, the cougar, and the leopard. A lion and a tiger would, under almost all normal circumstances, be like any of them. Like a lion's gonna whip a lion or a tiger is gonna whip a jaguar on average, which is the third strongest big cat. So it's like either if the lion's the top cat, the tiger's right below it. If tiger's top cat, lion's right below him. Yeah, straight up knowledge that whoever loses this fight on normal circumstances is gonna beat any other big cat. We all know that. And another thing that's common knowledge concerning fat. Yeah, lion fanboys, we all know that you love to call tigers fat, and vice versa. We all know you tiger fanboys love to call lions fat. Well, most sources beg to differ. We all know, just take a look at it. All sources claim that the lion is muscularly built, and so for the tiger. Just look it up. Are lions muscular? It's gonna say yes. Are tigers muscular? It's gonna say yes. Tigers might look a little bit soft at times, but I think it's mostly due to a heavier coat that supports stripes, unlike lions, which don't really have a pattern on their coats. Yeah, I mean, the fat tigers are only in like the zoos, and like same for the lions. They're going to be overfed in there like as much as they want. And but in the wild, both animals are more muscle when compared to fat. Obviously, they've got a little bit of fat, but both animals are made more of muscle mass. We all should know that. Just stop with the tiger and fat striped chicken pig shit, and just tiger fanboys, stop with the lion and the fat maned pig crap. No one wants that. It's just sick, my guy. Well, ultimately, we should all respect each other's opinions as long as they're like plausible. I mean, and like obviously lion versus tiger is obviously, point being, lion versus tiger can for sure go either way. No, what's going to happen is neither animal is going to win 100% of the time, because it's going to depend on stats of individuals. Can I provide evidence for this claim? Yes, I can. Take a look at these accounts. We have plenty of accounts of tigers defeating lions in battle, such as in Indian pit fights or Roman arena fights. Although you could argue that it's captive lions and captive tigers, less experience on the lion's part, but still. We've got reports of tigers killing lions in arranged fights. More often in a arranged fight than lions. However, take a look at these accounts. We've got many accounts of lions killing tigers in zoos and circuses back in the old days. In fact, most of those records seem to depict lions coming out victorious in zoos and circuses. In other words, tigers have won more arranged fights throughout history. Lions have won more accidental fights in zoos and circuses throughout history. In other words, we have many accounts of lions killing tigers and many accounts of tigers killing lions. That just shows us that lion versus tiger can go either way. And another thing, opinions from big cat experts. they're also kind of split down the middle. We have many, many plausible experts who believe that a lion can whip a tiger in battle.
You know what? A male lion, their only job really is to be a good fighter. If they're not that good a hunter, they'll still eat from the girls. If they're, they're just their only skill in the pride is to fight, and they're more aggressive. They like to fight more. They're more practiced at it. So I'd have to give it, if in a general sense, to the lion.
And we've got many, many. We have also got quite a few plausible experts who think a tiger can beat a lion in battle. We just gotta stop. People on YouTube should just stop ludicrously arguing against who wins. I mean, because there's really no right or wrong answer. I mean, if you look at records of tigers killing lions in those arranged fights and say, I think a tiger's gonna win. Yeah, you're not wrong there. If you look at Marco Peters or Clyde Beatty's records from circuses and say, I think a lion's gonna win. Also, we gotta respect that too. And so, but then which another thing that should be common knowledge, though it's kind of unrelated. I gotta mention this. We should all know that a grizzly, a Kodiak, or a polar bear is gonna crush the skulls of either a tiger or a lion. Like the fanboys say, ooh, a tiger can kill a grizzly bear easily. Not true. Check out Super Italy's channel. He did some very good debunking of bears and tigers and bears killing lions in wild or ancient Rome. Yeah, just check that out. It's a pretty good video. And we all know that lion boys, they say, ooh, a tiger's gonna kill an elephant, or a lion's gonna kill an elephant. Not true. Again, Super Lily did some debunking on tigers killing rhinos and elephants. Check that out. And obviously there are no accounts of lions killing adult elephants 1v1. Lions have hunted elephants in prides, usually juvenile elephants though. You're not going to find any account of a lion whipping a rhino, hippo, or elephant in battle. Same goes for a tiger. Here's I'm going to use some people around YouTube that as a role model for what I really do not like to see around YouTube. So, overall point being, all animals are great. All animals are amazing in their own way, and we don't need to have this debate because any opinion works. Any opinion is respectable. Very few opinions are necessarily wrong. Yeah, just all animals are amazing and specialists and just beautiful, all in their own way, or maybe just in general, but all in their own way, you know?